Welcome to Canada Inside, where clarity meets courage, and every truth deserves to be heard. While mainstream voices push the same tired stories, here we dig deeper, question the powerful, and reveal what others won't. You won't get empty headlines, you'll get context, facts, and real talk. So hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell, and more importantly, make your voice count in the comments. Because together, we'll bring truth back to Canadian politics. Every year on June 24th, Quebecers come together to celebrate La Fête nationale du Québec, a day steeped in history, culture, and language. This celebration is more than a public holiday. It symbolizes the resilience and pride of a people who have, for centuries, maintained a distinct identity within Canada. This year, the Honourable Pierre Poilievre, leader of the Conservative Party of Canada, takes a moment to acknowledge this unique identity and the enduring spirit of Quebec. Poilievre's statement arrives at a time when the Canadian political landscape is marked by increasing tension between federal authorities and Quebec's quest for recognition. Yet, his words strike a tone of respect and unity. He highlights the commitment of Quebecers to the French language, a cornerstone of their culture and identity, and frames this commitment not as a point of division, but as an element that enriches the broader Canadian mosaic. The significance of this statement is clear. For decades, Quebec has insisted on protecting its language and culture in the face of broader Anglophone dominance. This struggle has been at the heart of many political debates, both within Quebec and at the federal level. Poilievre's words acknowledge these realities without resorting to confrontation or dismissal. Instead, he presents Quebec's distinctiveness as a source of strength, a pillar upon which the unity of Canada can stand. In his message, Poilievre also emphasizes the diversity within Quebec itself. From vibrant urban centers to tranquil rural landscapes, the spirit of Quebec is alive and varied. This recognition of internal diversity mirrors the complexity of the province's identity and invites Canadians outside Quebec to appreciate this richness, rather than view Quebec as a monolith. Importantly, Poilievre's statement calls for all Canadians to draw inspiration from Quebecers' pride in their heritage. It is a subtle invitation to unity without erasure, a reminder that respect for difference can coexist with a shared commitment to the nation. This reflects a nuanced approach, particularly resonant for an audience wary of policies or rhetoric that seem to undermine provincial identities or impose one-size-fits-all solutions. The underlying message is also political. Poilievre, known for his conservative stance and criticism of the current Liberal government, offers a vision of Canada where provincial distinctiveness is respected and celebrated, not suppressed. This contrasts with the approach of former Bank of Canada Governor Mark Carney and the Liberals, whose policies many Conservatives view as disconnected from the concerns of provinces like Quebec and Alberta. While Carney's tenure emphasized monetary stability and global economic integration, critics argue that his approach, and that of the Liberals, sometimes overlook regional identities and the unique challenges provinces face. By aligning himself with Quebec's pride and heritage, Poilievre positions the Conservative Party as a defender of provincial rights and cultural identities. He appeals to voters who feel alienated by federal policies perceived as centralized or overly uniform. This approach resonates with those who value local control, linguistic preservation, and cultural autonomy. For Quebecers, Poilievre's statement is more than a polite acknowledgement, it is a political signal that their identity and concerns are recognized at the highest levels. It suggests a willingness to engage with Quebec on terms that respect its distinctiveness, something many feel has been lacking in recent years. For Conservative supporters across Canada, including those in Alberta led by figures like Danielle Smith, this represents an opportunity to build a coalition based on shared values of provincial empowerment and cultural respect. Looking beyond politics, the message touches on something deeper, the idea that pride in one's heritage and culture is a foundation for collective strength. Quebec's determination to maintain the French language and celebrate its unique history offers an example for all Canadians. It suggests that diversity, when embraced, can be a source of unity rather than division. This vision is crucial for the future of Canada. The country's strength lies not in forcing conformity, but in weaving together the different identities, languages, and histories of its people into a resilient, inclusive whole. Poilievre's words subtly but effectively remind Canadians that this unity requires respect for the distinctiveness of Quebec and other provinces. As Quebec celebrates its Fête nationale, Poilievre's message resonates as a call for mutual respect and understanding. It underscores the importance of recognizing and valuing the cultural foundations that shape communities. This is especially meaningful at a time when political divisions risk deepening fractures within the country. The call to unity in diversity has practical implications. It suggests policies that accommodate provincial differences, especially regarding language laws, education, and cultural promotion. It also signals a conservative approach that prioritizes provincial autonomy over federal centralization. For voters disillusioned with the current Liberal government's perceived top-down style, this is a welcome stance. Moreover, Poilievre's tone avoids aggressive nationalism or confrontation. Instead, it models how political leaders can address complex identity issues with subtlety, intelligence, and respect. This approach is essential for building bridges rather than walls, fostering dialogue rather than conflict. In conclusion, Pierre Poilievre's statement on Quebec's National Day reflects a broader conservative vision for Canada, one that honors distinct provincial identities, especially Quebec's, while promoting national unity. It contrasts with the policies and leadership styles of figures like Mark Carney and the Liberals, offering an alternative rooted in respect, provincial empowerment, and cultural pride. For Canadians aged 35 and above who follow this political landscape closely, the statement is a reassurance. It signals that their values, their concerns about federal overreach, and their desire for cultural respect are being acknowledged. It invites them to see a future where Canada's diversity is a strength, not a source of division, and where leaders like Poilievre and Danielle Smith champion these principles. As Quebecers celebrate their unique identity today, this message from Ottawa reminds all Canadians that respecting and celebrating difference is the path toward a stronger, more united country. At Canada Inside, we'll keep tracking these critical developments, cutting through distractions to expose what really matters. Subscribe, stay sharp, and join us as we uncover the forces shaping Canada's tomorrow. Because truth deserves a voice, and here, your voice has power. Let's reclaim the conversation together.